So we got this new, I would pick it up, but I got tennis elbow. So we got this new drone to test. It's kind of hiding in the seat over here. But I'm telling you what, this thing looks really familiar. So since it looks so familiar, we're gonna go to a familiar spot. I got a peanut in my tooth. Oh, I'm stopped at a light, so let me show you this. Check that drone out. How cool does that look? Can you see it with the glare? Oh, gotta go. Traffic. Hey, look it. We made it. All right, we'll see how busy this place is on a Monday morning at 10:45. He didn't wave. We're alone, and our pavilion is empty. Apparently, I like to say the word pavilion. Oh, I'm wearing shorts in December. Oh, it's not December yet, but it's December when you're watching this. So what do we have here? So this is a new drone. We got contacted by Ruco again for this company called Veeniix. I don't even know how to say that. It's Veeniix maybe, with 2 eyes. 2 E's, 2 eyes. I don't know, it's weird. But this is the V11 Pro. I think that they've got a V11 drone that this is an upgrade for. What's really cool about this drone is it supports 8K pictures and 4K video. It's got a 3-axis gimbal with EIS. It's got a 40-minute flight time for each battery. And also, it's got cruise control. And I hope cruise control works on this one because, man, the last one was a letdown. I was pulling this drone out of the box the other day, and I'm telling you what, it looks really familiar. It looks eerily similar to the Holystone HS600D that we just tested a few weeks ago. And it's almost like a carbon copy. It's just a really cool color of blue. You guys like that color? Well, let me get all this stuff gathered up. I'll meet you guys over at the pavilion. I told you we were coming to a familiar spot. I don't lie. Do you guys think I really haven't opened this yet? I think I say that every time. So what have we got here? We've got the Veeniix V11 Pro. Check this out. Huh, there's a cover. Look at that drone. Doesn't that thing look nice? Tell me that drone doesn't look like the Holystone. It's got the same guard. It's got a different box and different color. But this drone looks just like that other drone that we just did. To every little piece of it. The controller is identical. The only difference is the name. And then the batteries. Here's another battery. But the batteries, this battery fits in the other drone. How about that? As far as the unboxing goes, I want to just show you. This is the drone. This is the controller. This is an extra battery that you get. And then in here is where you get all of your cords and you get some extra props. And apparently these props are like the old Phantom style, where when you open this drone up, they're fixed wings. They don't fold. And you can just, I'm assuming, push down and hold the motor and they just pop right off. How cool is that? I wish the mini drones were like this because getting that screwdriver out, I always lose those screws. You guys know that. But that's a pretty cool feature that they've got here. Now this drone's supposed to have like a 10,000 foot range. I don't even know how far that is, close to 5 miles, I guess. But of course, we're not going to test that. Now, when you open this drone up, you can't forget to pull these feet down, which that also looks familiar, doesn't it? But I'm going to take the gimbal cover off here. And there's the camera. It's a 3-axis gimbal, and it takes 4K video and 8K photos. Now, this is another example of one of those drones that weighs over 250 grams. So if you're in the US, you'll have to register this whether you're flying commercially or recreationally. So that could be a downer for some people, but like I said before, it's not that big of a deal. It costs you $5 for 3 years worth of registration. All you got to do is go to the FAA drone zone, give them some information about the drone. That's all you got to do. I think I'm going to leave all these stickers on here just for posterity's sake. I'm not going to take any of those off. I don't even know what posterity's sake is. I don't even know how to say it. I've already put an SD card in here. You guys can see right there. It takes up to 128 gigabyte cards. I think I've got a 32 gigabyte in there. Anyway, I think that it's time. What is it time to do? Oh yeah, it's time to go set up the landing pad and get this test started. We were out here in this section just a couple weeks ago with another drone that we flew. You know, the twin brother that this thing has. And we had a couple of problems. Well, the first problem we had was the sticks were really tight. So it was hard to get some good cinematic flow because every time that I pushed that right stick to the left, it just kind of really quickly turned. So I'm hoping that this drone has a little bit less sensitive sticks. Well, more sensitive sticks, I guess. But the second problem that we had was, of course, the cruise control didn't work. So I want to test pretty much the same thing that we tested on that drone. I want to test on this drone. I want to do a distance test. I want to probably go a couple of thousand feet. I hear a helicopter, but I don't see one. I want to go out a couple thousand feet. I want to check the signal. I want to check the video quality and make sure that we can get some really good cinematic footage, because this camera is supposed to be top notch. And then I want to also do a return to home test, because if you remember, that last drone ended up in the middle of this field. It was way over there, and I had to walk through those, what are those things called? Well, it ain't no helicopter, it's an airplane that's way up there. Well, that drone returned home about over there, which is about 20 feet away, and I had to walk through all these sand spurs to get to it. Let's try to avoid that today. I don't think I've told you what this guy's name is. He's Veeniix V11, so we're gonna name him V. How about that? If you can think of a better name, let me know. Leave it in the comments. I charged up these batteries yesterday, and it took a good 4 hours to charge both batteries. It took a while. I really like that blue color a lot. It kind of matches the orange. I forgot to show you guys on the controller, the sticks are stored in the bottom just like pretty much any other drone. I'm gonna take the right stick and put it on the left side. And I'm gonna take the left stick and put it on the right side. I think that's gonna confuse this thing like crazy. Oh yeah, I'm a daredevil. So the process they want you to follow to turn this thing on is they want you to turn the drone on first, and then the controller. So the controller then binds with the drone. It takes about 40 to 50 seconds. Well, mine didn't take that long. And then you can turn on the app once it's binded or bound, however that's said. I got tennis knee too, I think. So to turn the drone on, you just hold the button down on the top of the battery, and the 4 lights will light up, and he'll make his little songy noise. And then right here in the upper right hand corner is the power button for the controller. So you hit the button once, it wakes it up, and then you hit it again, hold it down for 3 seconds, and it'll power on. And it's gonna continue to make this really loud, annoying beep until this drone controller is connected to the drone. I'm not sure if you guys can even see the screen here, but it says it's connecting. We all know that the screens here on these drone controllers are horrible in the sun. So you gotta hit trust whenever that little message comes up. So you hit trust, and you gotta type in your little secret code. Oh, it's connected now. I don't know if you guys can see this, but up in the upper right hand corner there, this controller is charging my phone. How about that? All right, so now that the controller is connected to the drone, I can get a screen recording going. Okay, so I've opened up the app. I'm looking over here, it says V11 Pro, so I pull that thing down. It's V11 and V11 Pro are the only 2 drones that are on this app. Let me pull that back up. So it's already on V11 Pro, which is what I've got. I'm gonna hit controls, and it's gonna come up with a video. So this kind of tells you how to get started, which is neat. But I don't know if you have to watch this every time that you open the app. So if you do, it's kind of annoying. Anyway, I want to shut that off. All right, so now I got to start the calibration process. You just got to pick it up. It's saying to go counterclockwise, and then vertical counterclockwise. You hear a beep, and that's when it says to stop. And then you got to put it on the level surface. It'll do like a gimbal calibration, I think, and also some sort of internal calibration. Maybe that's an IMU. Looks like we're all set here. Why is the controller only up to 82%? I charged this controller last night, and it's only up to 82%. If you guys can see up in the upper right-hand corner there, it shows you the drone battery is 100%, and the controller battery is only at 81%. Now that thing in the middle of the screen up top that says 36, 37, 34, 35, whatever, that's some sort of interference detector. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but the higher the number, the worse interference you're receiving. So right now we're actually getting some interference, and I'm not sure why. I wonder if it could be my microphone. I'm not turning the microphone off. Man, the controller battery's already it's gone down to 79% already. It went from 83 to 79 just like that. I snapped. We got to keep our eyes on that. Okay, 78%. What is going on here? Why is it dropping so quick? Maybe because it's charging the battery. I wonder if I can change the setting on that. Let me hit the 3 dots and show you guys what the app looks like. So whenever you first open up the app here, it's got you in beginner mode. So that's how it would look originally. So all you got to do is take beginner mode off, because we're all professionals here. I want to adjust the return to home height to 116 feet's good, and make sure that you hit save. But over here at hit the 3 dots again, and it takes you to the metric versus the imperial system. And I always pick imperial because I'm American and don't know metric. The SD card resolution, you can pick between 1080p and 60 frames a second or 4K 30. I'm just going to leave it at 4K 30, even though we normally record in 2.7K with the Mini 2s. But that's the only real options that I see. I don't even see an option to where you can have the grid line for the rule of thirds or whatever they call that stuff. I'm not a photographer, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a good thing that they don't have it. Man, it's down to 75% for this controller. We might need to get started here. It's really dropping fast. Well, the way that you start this drone, there's two ways. You can either pinch the sticks together down and in, or you can hit this launch button right here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit the launch button, slide it to the right. That starts the motors. And then you gotta hit takeoff, and he'll raise up into the air. And that drone looks pretty good. I don't know if you guys can see him in the camera here. Let me get the GoPro so you guys can take a look at him, because it looks really solid. Well, I said he looks really solid, but he's starting to drift to the left. There's the landing pad over there, and he's continuously drifting to the left here. So he's solid, like he's not wavering too bad, but he's meandering to the left. Look at this. That looks like a pretty cool looking drone though, doesn't it? Oh, I forgot to show you guys right there. That's a light. You can turn on the night light for night vision. Or not night vision, but so you can see at night. That's pretty cool. Looks like he settled down quite a bit there now. I'll be anxious to see if he can find his home point. But he's solid now. He's not drifting at all now. Well, let's get him raised up into the air. We're gonna go about, I don't know, say 50 feet up. And we're just gonna go straight out and see. Man, the video quality here, the gimbal looks really good. All right, so we're 50 feet up in the air here. Let's just go 75 feet. There, we'll go, I guess we'll go 82 feet. I wanna hit record on this because that's some pretty cool looking footage. But I'm just gonna fly straight out, and we're gonna keep our eyes on that signal that's up top there. Look at the number, it's going up to 43 now. I wonder if that number is interfering with his GPS lock. I hope not, because I really don't want to lose this drone. Oh, I'm raising him up. I should be going forward. So now we're at 92 feet. Should have been 10 feet out, not 10 feet up. So the control seems, I'm going forward with the control, and it seems like it's pretty sensitive. It's doing what it's supposed to. Now, on the controller here, let me show you in the screen here, the controller has speed mode. So I'm just gonna let the drone hover there. But look at the controller, there's a speed mode. So I'm gonna hit that button, and now we're in sport mode. So let's stay in sport mode and see what the speeds are. So let's go straight forward here. We're 250 feet out. How fast are we going? Wow, he's moving. I can still hear him from here, and he's 400 feet out, and I can still hear him. But we're going 30 feet per second. I always thought that was miles per hour, but it's feet per second. But he looks humongous in the sky. I'm gonna raise him up a little bit more, maybe 115 feet. Well, we got a perfect signal still. The battery on the controller is down to 63%. Now, that's concerning me. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I wonder if I've got a bad battery in this controller. But we're already 1,000 feet out, and I can still see him like an eagle in the sky. 1,200 feet, coming up on 1,300 feet, still at 30 feet per second. So the speed in sport mode is good, and the signal is good. Battery strength in the controller, not so good. It's amazing how easy he is to spot in the sky. Normally with mini drones, you look away and you look back up, it's really difficult to find them. But we're almost to 2,000 feet already and had zero signal drop, and I can still see him really, really easily. Like he is, uh-oh, there's a bird. I wonder where, oh, that bird's closer. Okay. So we're 2,100 feet out, and again, I can still see him way out there in the sky. The signal's perfect. The interference number is at 40. It's in the 40s. That's not good. All right, it looks like maybe the controller is starting to level off. It's saying 62%. So let's do this. Let's hit return to home. Where's the return to home button? Is that the return to home button? I think that's a land button. Let me hit the return to home button. There, I think that's it right there. Let me hit return to home and slide it to the right. And we're gonna see how close he gets to this home point. Now, I'm gonna probably take over if he's gonna land in the grass, because the grass is pretty tall. So he's raised up to his height. He's coming back at 33 feet per second. So he's flying back, man. Dude, he's almost halfway. I think I just saw a jitter on the screen there, didn't I? Did you guys see that? I'll have to review that. Look at the ocean, man. That's a really good looking shot, man. This video quality seems really good. Okay, let me get the GoPro off of the tripod so we can welcome him home whenever he gets close enough. We're still 1,000 feet out, but man, that That video quality looks good. It looks like the horizon could be off just a hair. But like the left side is maybe just a little bit high. But he's coming straight back, and he looks great in the sky. Man, it couldn't be a better day to fly either. I was looking at air data. I think we're getting gusts of what, 3? So we're getting wind gusts of pretty much nothing. All right, so he's right above us now. He's hitting his brakes, and it looks like he's pretty far off from where the home point is. Is he landing yet? His altitude is still 124 feet, but he's right above us. Come on, buddy, are you gonna land?
Down.
Okay, so now she said he's coming down. So let's go to the GoPro and we'll watch him land in the, did I say I'm gonna stop him if he lands in the grass? Well, I'm gonna stop him if he lands on anything bad. But it looks like he's actually pretty close here. All right, Kevin. He might land on the tripod. Might need to push him forward a little bit. Sorry about the video camera work here, guys, but that doesn't look bad at all. So he's done a better job than the Holy Stone, that's for sure. I think I'm getting bit by ants again. But that's not a bad return to home position there. I just stepped into ants. All right, cool. Turn the motors off.
Stop, return home.
All right, good deal. Let me get these ants off my feet. Look at them all crawling all over my flip-flops. Little jerks. Look at that. Right there is my footprint. Idiot. Man, V, that wasn't a bad landing at all. Even my GoPro battery is dying. I gotta say, I'm pleased with that. I don't find any fault with that at all. He was only a couple of feet away. Okay, so we're still recording on the SD card. Let me get him raised back up in the air. We're gonna try to get some really cool cinematic video, and I wanna see if the cruise control will work. Now this drone, you're supposed to be up above 50 feet, but what you do is you hold the speed button down and cruise control should take over. All right, so let's get him back up in the air. I'm gonna pinch the sticks together this time. And he started up. I'm just gonna pull the stick forward or up and just let him sit there and hover for a second. Let's get the camera up on him. There you go. He's still veering to the left a little bit here, but he looks a lot more stable this time than he was the first time. I'm kind of surprised that he found his home point as closely as he did last time, considering how far to the left he veered. Maybe that's what the V stands for. All right, let's get him up in the air here. We're gonna try to find something to follow and get some cinematic footage. I don't see any boats out there right now though. Man, that's a really cool looking shot though, isn't it? So let's just turn to the left here, see how the yaw is. The yaw seems pretty fast too, just like the last drone was. I don't know if it's gonna be easy or difficult to get cinematic footage. Flying straight forward, it's pretty easy to get footage. But anyway, regarding the cruise control, you gotta be 50 feet up in the air, and the speed doesn't matter as far as what the book says. So I'm pushing straight forward on the stick. I'm gonna hit the speed button. Let me get into the camera here. I'm gonna hit the speed button, or hold the speed button, and see if we can get in cruise control.
Mode.
Did it sounded like she said, oh, I'm in attitude mode? No, I don't want that. Let me get out of it.
GPS mode.
Now that didn't work right, did it? Maybe it's this button up here, but that's the stop button. That's like the emergency stop button. I don't know if I want to hit that or not. Let me get him back here over land and lower him down. I'm going to look in the book real quick and see if I can figure out how to do the cruise control. Man, I'm an idiot. Come on back over here, V. We'll get you landed on the orange pad again. Let me pull the camera down, down the other way. See exactly where he's going to land. Another ant's on me. I don't like these ants. All right, so he's over too far. Let me pull him over here to the pad. See if we can get him right over the pad. Wonder if this gimbal will come up whenever he lands. Let me pull him over just a hair. There we go. Is the gimbal gonna come up? Nope, the gimbal didn't come up. I'll just pull him up myself. How's that? The other way. Uh-oh, there you go. All right. Okay, autonomous cruise control. This function requires the use of GPS mode with sufficient satellite signal. Set the desired auto flight distance and altitude. Fly the drone to an altitude of 50 feet, above 50 feet. Toggle the left or right stick, then press, that is the button. See, that's the automatic stop button though. I guess you just have to press it once. Release the joystick and the drone should continue. How can I not remember such simple instructions? All right, B, let's get you back up there. I want to pull the sticks together, get you raised up. Let you sit there and hover for a second. Are you in the camera view? I think you are. It looks like the camera is sideways. You're not even in the camera view, are you? There you go, right there. All right, so he's hovering perfect. Okay, let me get him raised up, say 50 feet or 60 feet, because you gotta be 50 feet in order to do this. Why is cruise control such a difficult thing to use? It's supposed to be simple. All right, so we're 60 feet up. Let me go out a little ways. How fast are we going here? We're only going 1. So let me speed up. Let me show you in the camera here. Let me speed up a little bit. I can still see him, of course. He's only 150 feet out, Kevin. So I'm going 17 feet per second. I'm gonna hit that button. Look at that, flight and cruise speed. That is cool. So again, what they say is you can continue to fly in cruise control, but you can continue to change the sticks too. So I'm gonna change his height. I'm gonna raise his altitude. His speed staying the same. Nice. I'm gonna turn to the right here. I'm gonna face north. Come on, turn. Yeah, that stick is a little bit stiff, but it's not nearly as stiff as the one from last week. So that's good. She's reminding me that we're flying in cruise speed, which is nice. Look at that. We're still going 17 miles an hour, so cruise control works. And I know that you guys can't see the drone all the way out there. Now, granted, that's almost 1,000 feet. It doesn't seem like it. But he's out there, and he's just flying along. It's pretty cool. Okay. Well, let me stop the cruise control. I think that you hit the cruise control button again.
Flying in cruise speed.
Let me hit the cruise control button again.
Cruise control disabled.
All right, so I disabled that, so he stopped. That is awesome. Very cool. I'm going to continue to fly north, though, I think, and see if we can get some really nice cinematic footage here. I think I hear somebody coming here. All right, so we're still going like 16, 17 feet per second. I think we're still in sport mode. Let me go over to, I think that was cinematic mode. That's normal mode. And that's speed or sport mode. So I'm in cinematic mode now, so let me see how easy it is to control the yaw stick with the in the cinematic speed or cinematic mode. Now, let me turn to the left and see how, looks like I got some breakup there. Do I have breakup or yeah, I don't think that the screen's really working too well. It looks like we're froze up. Well, I'm pointing towards the drone with my controller. Let me go forward, see if we got some, yeah, the screen's going now. Oh, it froze again. All right, well, I think it's time to hit return to home again. I get nervous whenever the screen freezes like that. So let me hit return to home and see how close he can get to return to home on this one.
Turn home.
So we're out 1,300 feet. It might be that bush there that's in front of me right there that's kind of blocking the screen or the signal, but he's right there. I can see him. So he's 120 feet up. He's coming back at 35 feet per second. There's a dog off leash. That's what it is. That's what I hear. So let me get the GoPro off of the tripod again. We'll try to get this landing on video. Can you hold on to your dog? Because I have a drone up there that's fixing to land. I don't want him to come after this drone. It'll be quick though. I appreciate it. That's nice. He's going to do it. All right, so he's right above us now. We are, where are we at? 20 feet away, allegedly. 120 feet up. And come on, buddy.
Down.
There you go. Now he's starting his downward procedure. He's cockeyed like he was when he took off, but he is a little bit away from the home point. I hope he doesn't land on this tripod. All right, I got the GoPro on him now. Let's see where he's going to land. I don't want to step in those ants again either. Looks to me like he's probably going to land in the grass. How far away are you, buddy, from the concrete? You might hit that stick there, huh? Oh, you're going to land in the grass, right by the ants. How about that? There's an ant pile right below you. Well, that wasn't a very smart place to land.
Comfort service is interfered. Open
Thank you.
mobile drone.
We're good now. Look at you. You got ants all over you. That was a dumb place to land. I probably should have corrected his landing spot. I dragged ants up onto the picnic table. Fire ants. Well, we got V back successfully. I'm gonna get everything packed up here. We'll have our conclusion inside the truck where I can get into some air conditioning in December. Guys, we didn't get a lot of different features tested out on this drone, but we did test the important things like the return to home and the signal strength. Gotta say, I was actually pleased with both. Now, the first time that we went out, we were over 2,000 feet, didn't have any breakup whatsoever on the screen, so that was good. I'm not really sure why we had screen breakup on the second flight. That's kind of strange. I'm sure it has something to do with me and the way I was holding the controller, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I think it's okay. Now, as far as the smart features, I want to try to save them for another video, because I want to kind of pit this drone up against the Holy Stone, you know, its twin brother, and see which one is actually better. Ruco, I want to thank you for sending out this Veeniix drone for us to test out. Guys, if you want to find out more about this drone, feel free to click on the link in the description. I believe that they've also sent us a discount code. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. God bless.